greetings. This is Kaypacha with the weekly Pele-rapport. Out here on the windy beach with the ocean waves. I don't know. This is the Caribbean. It's a little rough these days. This is the season. I hope it's not too windy. I hope the waves aren't too loud. Everybody can hear me. It's December 30th of 2014. This is Astrology for the Soul. We're just looking at the energy that is with us these days on planet Earth. The week between Christmas and New Year's is kind of a challenging time for, you know, many people. I mean, it is for me because there's so many people on the beach. It gets crowded out here because everybody goes out to the beach during this week. Anyway, the moon is now in Taurus. On Thursday, she moves into Gemini. On Saturday, she goes into Cancer. And what we've got happening is the full moon this weekend on Sunday. And it's not an ordinary full moon. This full moon is at the exact same degree, creating a grand cross with the moon's nodes. Sun in Capricorn, Moon in Cancer, South Node in Aries, North Node in Libra. I'm going to talk a little bit about what that means. But next to that, besides that full moon, is Mars opposite Jupiter. And it's like a real challenge for me to decide which one to focus on more. Look at this though. I want to take you on a little journey. Because, you know, it's something. Evolutionary astrology talks about the dual nature of the soul and all evolution occurring as a result of dual coexisting desires within the soul. The one is to separate from the source that made us. Think of her as the mother ocean. And we separate from the mother, from the ocean. And I want to go up here and try to find the source of this stream. It takes me away from the unity and the oneness of all the fish in the sea. And I go off on my own into the quiet wilderness, seeking the source. Uh-oh. It's a break. A fork. Yeah, let's see, it's a little stagnant up there. But this is Mars opposite Jupiter. Mars and Jupiter, Mars is in Aquarius. Jupiter is in Leo. Aquarius is an air sign. Leo is a fire sign. Fire and air are masculine. And it is that masculine that wants to pioneer, start, initiate, begin, radiate, go outward, searching for the source. And then it's the feminine, the earth, and the water signs, yeah, where we have the sun in Capricorn is earth, the moon in Cancer is water. These feminine signs want to return to the source. So every choice you make, every decision you make, you are either choosing to separate from source and individualize, or return to the source and merge into the oneness of all creation. And this is a time of choice. Pluto is square the nodes. The sun is actually conjunct Pluto on Saturday, squares Uranus on Saturday, just before the full moon, basically on the full moon. This is like such an intense time. I just want to read the headlines because this is a time, I believe the month of the month of January of 2015 is going to like go down in history. I think really that this is a time of it's a turning point. It's a real turning point for so many of us in our personal lives, as well as the collective consciousness. So I'm going to find a little spot to sit down and just talk about these aspects, the Mars opposite Jupiter and that full moon. And I'll talk at you soon. So anyway, just walking down the beach, I wanted to give you the thrill of discovery. This is looks like an almond tree here. Fascinating, beautiful, beautiful tree struck by lightning. I think I'm just gonna get a little closer here. Maybe do my Pele report right in the middle of her. Outrageously beautiful, yeah? Let's check it out. Get a little closer here. 2 down and 1 to go. Yeah? I don't know how much of the video will really capture. Standing underneath her. Oh, there's a monkey up there. See the monkey? Oh, there's a couple monkeys. Son of a gun. We've got monkeys, we've got extra plants growing out of her trunk. And we come down and she is split. And this is a time where we can feel split. Yeah? Part of us wants to grow, but part of us gets knocked down by life. Yeah. I'm right in the middle of her now. I'm gonna come around. This is her other branch. There you can see her. Alright, well, I don't know how much I'll be able to capture in the video, but I wanted to give you a shot of that anyway. Okay. Hola. So these are times. These are times of decision, of change, of choice, because the sun is conjunct Pluto. The sun is our self, our core. It's the nuclear power plant. And that self is going by Pluto, Shiva, Kali, the destroyer. It's time for something to go, for something to be removed. Anything that is inhibiting, holding us back. It can be a belief, it can be a person, it can be a job, it can be a country. It can be anything that is holding us back. Now needs to go. It's like if you want to eat a piece of corn, you've got to pull back the husk. It's like we're being stripped. And this Cancer Capricorn axis is the axis of security. We are getting stripped of our known, familiar sense of security, a sense of identity, a sense of who I am. This Uranus, conjunct the South Node in the sign of Aries, is kicking us out. You know, it's liberating us, but it's freedom from the known, freedom from the past, freedom from the familiar. It's like, get out of the known. So what's coming up now for so many of us is a new future, Mars in Aquarius. Opposite Jupiter, this is the, you know, in cosmobiology, Mars plus Jupiter equals birth. If you do planetary equations, yeah? So this Mars plus Jupiter now, this birth, obviously the child is getting kicked out of the womb. Yeah? So part of this birthing of a new future, of a new paradigm, of a new identity, of a new relationship, of a new job, of, you know, this birth of the new always requires the separation from the known, familiar, secure past. And this is, it can be beautiful, it's a flowering, it's an opening, it's a creation, and it can be very scary. So I've been talking about this for a little while now, yeah? This Uranus square Pluto. it's interesting now that that happened, you know, a couple of weeks ago, but now Uranus went direct. And Uranus is coming back to square Pluto, and they're both direct now. So they're both pushing us through the birth canal. Then this is really intense. Now the intense part of it is, I don't know, I mean, part of what I think about with Mars opposite Jupiter, what is Jupiter? Jupiter in Leo is myself, my creativity. I am an agent of life, bringing the new forward. And, you know, Mars is the future, non-attachment, non-self. It's the many, it's the community that we're all part of. Yeah, like it or not. We're all part of the human race, man. Yeah, a couple of fishermen to emphasize the point. And anyway, so this Mars opposite Jupiter can just be a thing of what Jupiter can do is be too much. Over-expansion, over-extension, over-optimism. So when it opposes Mars in Aquarius, it's I'm too far in the future, I'm too much in my head, I'm too not present in the moment, I'm too far gone. I'm in my air castles in the sky. But the Jupiter in Leo says it's happening right here, right now, in front of your nose. Create something, do something, make something happen. So we can be pulled between wanting to, you know, be idealistic and live in the future, and inventions and ideas and the equations and the mathematics of it all. But our challenge now, and it's going to be even more so, Black Moon Lilith in Virgo next year, North Node goes into Virgo, it's going to be manifesting it and doing it. So now is a time of decision, now is a time of change, now is a time of planning this future, and it's a very good time for doing that and preparing ourselves. It's like, you know, the ship's going to leave the port. The new paradigm is going to take off. And now we're packing our bags and we have to decide what to leave and what to take. And that really just brings me to the mantra for today. Very naturally, man. As I design my new future, I let go of parts of my past. The closer I pay attention, the more I take what will last. It's a time to be very attentive. It's a time to be very present. It's a time to pay attention to our bodies. And this is just the thing. It's like, you know, when you're having that glass of champagne, feel your body. It's like life is always telling us what is good for us. Is this relationship good for my future? Is this champagne good for my future? Is this cigarette good for my future? Is this job really good for my future? Do I want these things with me on the boat that's taking me into my new future? I'm taking what I want with me, and it's time to sort out what needs to go, what needs to get left behind. It's a time to be changing our diets. It's a time to be changing our relationships. It's a time to be changing our commitments. This is the big time of change. This Pluto is squaring the moon's nodes the whole month of January, even February and March. And it's a teeter-totter going back and forth. Should I stay or should I go? Can I take all of this with me? No. It's like there is, that's the hard part. You can't take it with you. As we get deeper and deeper into our truth, and deeper into our knowing and our core, this is a time of, like I said, you know, you cannot take everything with you. It is a time to choose. So you repeat this mantra over again, and just like pay attention to your feelings, to your emotions, to your physical body, to your dreams. And life is just like telling you, this feels good. This is exciting. This is gonna like really turn into something. And put your energy there, put your time there, put your focus there, make plans around that. And, you know, if it's old or it was, or you thought 6 months ago or a year ago that this was right for you, but you're finding out that it's not, you maybe have some tough choices to make and some tough, you know, cords to cut in order to realize your highest, truest, fullest future. So, while you're making your New Year's resolutions, if you do that, yeah, you can resolve to just like listen to life in the form of every which way but loose. Nature, yeah. So as I design my new future, I let go of parts of my past. The closer I pay attention, the more I will take what will last. So yeah, may you take that which is most nourishing, fulfilling, loving, and joyous, and have an awesome New Year's. The full moon is actually on the 4th, the 3rd or the 4th, depending on where you live on planet Earth. So it's building, 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 building. The moon is going to look pretty full, even though it's not for a few more days. Namaste, aloha, so much love.